Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspiring Best Living, where we talk about wealth creation, wellness, and well nourished soul. My name is Remi Wesley Ogude, and I'm so delighted to be back on another episode of our wealth creation series. Today's topic is how to build passive income. Today, there are a lot of people who only have one source of income, and that source of income is called earned income because they receive it from their employer as salary, either bi-weekly or at the end of the month. This is always an excellent start when we start our career, but a tragic place to end if we don't do anything other than that. I've been there many years where all I had was just a stream of income, which was my earned income from my employer. Until I knew better, then I started taking steps to do other things, to have other sources of income. So for people in the school of wealth who are wealthy, they do not rely just on one source of income, which is earned income. They have other sources of income. That is for those who are in e-quadrants and also who are investors. These or other types of income are called both portfolio and passive income. In this episode, I'll be focusing only on passive income. Portfolio income is income we receive from paper assets for those who deal with paper assets, things like stocks, treasury bill, commercial papers, and promissory notes, and the list goes on and on. But I'm going to focus on passive income today. And I want to first start by asking a question. Why is it that people do not build passive income? Number one, people don't know better. That's what we are taught. We're taught to go to school, get a degree. After even we finish in school, we go for training, certification, and we are lucky to get a job. And a lot of times people just settle in. It becomes their financial comfort zone when they have a salary that is coming in consistently and they don't look elsewhere to generate other multiple source of income. Like I said before, that it's an excellent way to start, to be a tragic place to end one's source of living if one does not do anything other than that. The reason is because a lot of times this hand income cannot keep pace with economic trend. It cannot keep pace with interest rates as it rises. So it's so important for us to look at other sources of income. Not also your family may start growing much more than you are earning. So you begin to think, what else can I do? So that's one reason why people do not look elsewhere. They don't see the reason why they should have passive income. The second one is lack of knowledge or skill sets required to have passive income. Passive income requires a lot of skills and knowledge other than what is required on our job. And the more we develop ourselves and sharpen the skills, different skills to prosper and do well in investment and business, the more we sharpen our skills in those areas, the more we'll be successful. So there are different skill sets that are needed. The unfortunate thing is that some of these skills were not taught in school. We need financial literacy as well. The gap exists between what is taught in school and what we need to be able to succeed in building wealth as we come into the school of wealth, to begin to invest and to begin to do business. So there's a gap that exists between what we are taught in school and what we actually need in real life to build wealth. The third one is that lots of people are not familiar with asset classes that generate wealth. There are four assets that create wealth: commodity, business, real estate, and also portfolio assets. Those four, we need to be familiar with them to see how we can use them, any of those or one or two or more, to generate passive income. The fourth one is that there is lack of access to financial role models or mentors. These role models and mentors, they are far between. They are not very, very common. They are not always available. Even if you know them, they are also busy. It's a challenge for a lot of people who are starting the journey, but it does not mean one cannot get them. You just need to continue to try. Start with reading their books, start with connecting with them online, start with the ones that even in your space, your family member, your friends who you know have traveled in their journey of wealth creation and have succeeded, so that they can begin to help you in terms of your wealth building creation. So why is it important to build passive income? It's so important that there are many reasons, but in this episode, I'm just going to mention a few. Number one is the pathway to financial freedom. There's no financial freedom without passive income, because if you don't have passive income, you will keep going to work. Passive income just means the income you are receiving from the investments or business or any of the four asset classes that you are engaged in that is generating income from you. So it means you are putting your money to work. Sometimes you are sleeping and your money is still flowing. Your money is working for you. That is why it is passive. People are investing in real estate, you are investing in paper assets. They have invested. So they are sleeping, their money is still flowing, it's coming, right? They don't have to be there physically 9 to 5 like other regular job. That is what it just means when we talk about passive income. So the number one advantage is that it gives you financial freedom. And I've spoken about financial freedom in different episodes. Financial freedom means you're able to pay your bills and meet your needs through passive income without going to 9 to 5 regular work that other people go to. You don't have to go to regular 9 to 5 before you can earn a living. That is what financial freedom is. And how else can you do it if you don't have passive income that is coming for you in form of cash flow from all the other asset classes that you have put in place? And the second one is that it's a conversion of earned income to wealth. The conversion of earned income to wealth happens when we pursue the journey of wealth creation and we want passive income. How else can we have passive income? If our earned income is not converted, if our earned income is not converted into creating wealth for us, we will not be able to have passive income. How is that done? You earn your salary at the end of the month. Make sure that you are saving part of it. That's the starting point. To invest, you can start by investing in shares. You can start by investing in business that you're comfortable in. And as you do those, you begin to have cash flow. Cash flow is the extra money that comes in after you have removed your expenses from your income. And as that builds up, it becomes a passive income for you that can also replace your salary, your earned income. The third benefit of building passive income is that it gives us a high chance of building enduring or lasting wealth. When I'm talking about lasting wealth, I'm talking about wealth that you build over time, that you no longer need a 9 to 5 regular work, and that will be sufficient to meet your needs, your obligation, and to do what you want for life. And income is good. Like I said, it's a good place to start, but it might just be sufficient enough to pay your bills and make you comfortable. Whereas if you're talking about lasting wealth or wealth, that you build through passive income, it not only helps you to pay your bill, it also helps you to maintain and support a great lifestyle that you want. So the job security that you have through hand income is good. However, pursuing the journey of financial freedom is what ultimately will help you to build passive income and to make greater wealth, enduring and lasting wealth. The fourth advantage is that we're able to transfer that knowledge to other people. We're able to model it to other people. We're able to encourage other people to also pursue their own journey of wealth creation. As you're hearing me, I'm always talking on this platform as well about the need for us to build passive income. You're gaining from me, I'm also gaining from others. And you can also be a model to someone. You are listening to me. If you build your wealth and you also build passive income, somebody will be there tomorrow that you also teach on how to do it. That's how it goes. And the more we teach, the more we become experts on this issue of building wealth through passive income and creating lasting wealth. The other one is that it also gives us chance to replace our earned income. When we build passive income enough, it will eventually replace our earned income. So a lot of people wonder, how can I build passive income? I know that it's good. I believe that passive income will help me eventually to quit my 9 to 5 job or to have supplemental source of income. But how do I start building this, given that I still have to go to work? That was how I also started. I was going to work, and today I still go to work, but I started something alongside. So there are so many tips I would like to share with us on how we can start. Number one, identify the different classes of assets through which you can build passive income. First of all, identifying it means you know what they are. There are 4 classes of assets through which you can build passive income: commodity, business, paper assets, and also real estate. So you want to know what they are and you want to read about them so that you can begin to determine which ones you will have preference for. Then also understand the forces that build passive income. There are forces that build passive income, and those forces are capital gain, cash flow, and leverage. If you have capital gain just talks about appreciation, returns on your investment. And when we talk about appreciation, people get it when they invest in real estate. Their property appreciates over time. Maybe they invest about 200,000 in the house, and the house in about 1 or 2 years can appreciate to about 250,000, depending on the location. That is what you call capital gain. Is the amount that is over and above your investment in terms of income and return. The other one, which is cash flow, is the profit that you make out of your investment, out of your business. Assuming your income that you receive from your business is about 50,000 and your expenses about 45,000. So you have about 5,000 cash flow that's come in through that business. So I would say that cash flow is like the return that you earn over your investment after you have invested. And the good thing about cash flow is that it keeps coming in just regularly. It may not be exactly like capital gain. Capital gain may be appreciation over time, but cash flow is something that is continuous. It's like profits that you gain from your investment that flows in regularly. The third one is leverage. When you talk about leverage, you're talking about being able to use other people's money, which is financial leverage. You also have other leverage of using other people's time, money, skills, and expertise. So that's another thing you need to be familiar about, because those are the forces that would generate money for you when you invest in any of the 4 asset classes. I've mentioned those 3 forces already. The third one is engaging or acquiring skills and knowledge that are relevant to build passive income. Those skills, like I said, they may not be taught in school. It's our responsibility to build them. You need different forms of skill sets to be an entrepreneur. Skills and knowledge. You need to read books to be able to do that. You need problem solving skills, and those problems will come in different ways, in different forms. As you begin to have the experience. You also need technical skills, you need human skills, you need interpersonal skills, communication skills. Some are taught in school, but not all. And like I said, we have to bridge the gap between what we are taught in school and what we are not taught by embarking on the journey of financial literacy. Financial literacy is financial education. Most of those skill sets will be covered, and the knowledge required will be covered when you pursue the journey of financial education or financial literacy. The other one is to read about successful people who have built wealth through passive income. Be inspired by their success story. You can go on there, read about them, join and subscribe on their video podcasts and online resources they have to support you in your journey. Some of those online resources are free. You don't have to pay. Just keep learning. Go to seminars, conferences, trainings, mastermind class, anything you can join that can help you. You can also have a mentor who can take you through that journey. As you are listening to me, you have heard a lot about some of the thoughts I've shared on the tips that can help you to start the journey if you have not started. I'm encouraging you not to procrastinate. Anything you start today, no matter how small, how little, is part of it. And as you take steps to intentionally pursue the journey of wealth creation and begin to have passive income, I tell you, it's one of the greatest investment you can make in yourself. And if you are still on your job and you have not been able to replace your job, it's going to be a matter of time. You're going to be able to replace that job once you have enough passive income to do that. This is where I'm going to stop today. I want to quickly remind us before I go that this platform is to inspire you in 3 areas: wealth creation, wellness, and well-nourished soul. Remember, you don't have to choose between being healthy and wealthy. You can have the two as icing on the cake of a well-nourished soul. Thank you so much for listening. Please share the video and the links with your friends, family, and whoever can benefit from it. And do not forget to please subscribe by pressing the notification button so you can be notified right away once I produce a new episode. Again, my name is Remi Wesley Ogude and I'm your regular host. Till I come your way next time, take care and bye.